to start. Veggies straight ahead. You see the colors really pop. All the greens, oranges, reds. We're predominantly looking for dark greens, really high in fiber, a little less in carbohydrates, sugars, I should say. And then we're gonna move on to meats, eggs, maybe some milk, but in this case it's gonna be almond milk. So we're gonna again watch the sugar content and kind of go from there. We're just gonna see what are the healthy options in a store like this. But we have a pretty big size cart, and we're gonna see how much we can fill it up. It's all keto food. Here we go. Little trees for the chomping. Broccoli browns, as you can see. What's going to happen is you're just going to like tear them apart when you want to eat them or cook them, so it's not a big deal. But I don't know, it just looks kind of pleasing. It looks like satisfying. These guys know you're just going to chop on them and eat them, and it's good for you too. So we're going to get a few of these so we have enough, because you are going to eat quite a bit of greens on keto here. So moving down the line here, not too far away from the broccoli, we have spinach. Pre-packaged, ready to go. We're just gonna grab a couple bags. Easy to saute, easy to just make a salad. Really, you can just do anything with these things. Or you can just eat it raw. I don't really like eating it raw, but some people do. So we have bell peppers right here, and we're gonna be doing an excellent recipe. One we like a lot is gonna be the stuffed bell peppers, either ground beef or turkey, and you're gonna cook it, stuff the bell peppers, add some cheese in there, add a little bit of oil, so you get your fats, a little bit of your healthy carbs from the fiber, and a lot of protein. It's a perfect recipe, super keto friendly, and so we're gonna grab some of these bell peppers and be good to go. I think that's pretty good. Stuff a lot. Okay. Asparagus spears. Yeah. Makes your pea steak, but they're really good for you.
Shield your eyes. Evil aisle. No.
Okay, now we're on to the good aisles. One that's, well, being on keto is gonna be kind of your go-to for snacks. It's gonna be nuts. Oh yeah. So we got lots of different nuts. Now some nuts contain a bit more carbohydrates than others, but there's pretty much the standard ones like almonds, walnuts, things of that nature that you pretty much stick with. And if you try to get flavored ones, they're gonna add some sugar to it, so you gotta watch it. So usually just the raw ones or roasted ones are gonna be the best. So we'll probably grab a little bit of almonds and some walnuts, things of that nature. So that way, if you do have some cravings and you want some quick energy in the sense of any kind of food intake or snack, you can just pop some almonds in your mouth, crunch on those. You get the nice texture to the crunch, and then you also get the nice healthy fats as well. So we're gonna grab some of these. This $7.78 a pound, so it can be a little spendy, but it kind of depends on where you are. We're just at slightly under a pound, so that's perfect. So we'll take this. It'll probably last for a while too, because the hard thing is you can eat this whole bag easily, but you gotta stay firm, because you can only have about a handful, and that's pretty much a serving size right there, which is probably around like 20 grams of fat or something like that. So you just gotta be careful with snacking on these things, because it does add up really quickly. So we're on a mission. As you can see, we're in the aisle with all the cooking oils, and oil is definitely gonna be your friend when cooking, but we would recommend either coconut oil or butter. In particular, we're looking for ghee butter. It's very tasty. So you can use that, and not only does it make your foods flavorful, but it also adds a lot of fat, because obviously we're on a mission for fat. That's all we want at this point. And protein too, and fibers, carbs, but primarily it's fat. So we're gonna be looking around here for ghee butter. Not really sure why it's called ghee butter, but it just sounds, it's kind of fun to say, ghee butter. I don't see any ghee butter. We'll keep looking. I think we might have to actually check the butter aisle, see if it's in the weird butter is. That might be smarter. Almond milk. Yes. No carbs, a little bit of fat, high in protein. Has no lactose, which is nice. So if you are lactose intolerant, almond milk is going to be the way to go. I mean, I'm not a huge advocate against milk necessarily, but I know a lot of people can be lactose intolerant, and specifically being on keto, you can't have carbs, can't have sugar. So almond milk is going to be the go-to thing here, especially if you just want a little bit more. If you're thirsty, if you want a little bit more flavor, if you want a little snack, you just have a glass of almond milk, and it does fill you up a little bit more, and you still are staying within that kind of like keto, barrier, primary, whatever. Oh, I forgot. See, I'm not thinking straight. I'm on keto, man. I'm like, my brain's not firing right. So you will notice being on keto that it's going to be meat and more meat. So if you're vegetarian, you definitely can't do keto. But being on keto, you're going to be getting a lot of meat. And now we're just getting some sausages here. You can bacon, you can steak, chicken, salmon. So anything that's gonna be meat, animal based. So it's really good. So we got a few packages of sausages here. We're gonna barbecue them up. And we're actually gonna make a keto pizza later too, and put some of these sausages on that. I haven't eaten myself, but Hudson has. He's made it. He says it's absolutely delicious. So I'm looking forward to that, and it can kind of curb your cravings for carbohydrates. Because I mean, that's one thing. If you love pizza, being on keto, you can't have it. So there's certain things you miss out on. But one good thing about being on something like this that's restricted is that you have to become almost like an artist, a food artist, because you can still have some of the foods that you normally like, but you have to get creative because cutting carbohydrates out makes you have to kind of open new doors to new recipes. And so you have to get a little bit more creative with your cooking, and you can still be satisfied if you put enough time into making those foods. All that being said, we got our meat. Eggs. Just check to make sure they're not even broken. Eggs are amazing. Have them for breakfast. You can hard boil them. You can eat them raw. Actually, I wouldn't recommend that, but they are absolutely amazing. Packed full of fat, packed full of protein, easy to eat, easy to cook, and pretty cheap too, especially when you buy in bulk like this. So we're gonna eat a lot of eggs, so that way we have them available at any time. Cheese. Oh yeah. Pepper jack. That's a good one right there. We're gonna be using some of this to put in the stuffed bell peppers, also maybe on the pizza too. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta think about the kind of recipes you wanna do, what you wanna eat. And honestly, you can just cut a block off and chew on it. So I mean, it's a lot of fat, a lot of protein in cheese, which is good. You just gotta make sure there's no added sugars, which there's not. So there you go, cheese. Okay, this is one thing you have to do. If you're picking foods out, a lot of times you're gonna be adding sugar to foods to make it taste a little bit better. So if you start looking around, you can start finding one that's going to best fit you and make sure there's nothing added to it. There we go. So this is pretty good. So it's organic, it's creamy. If you want nutty, of course you can have that option too, but there's a lot of different options. Just make sure you read the bag, make sure you read the ingredients. There's no added palm oil, so stuff like that. It's just pure natural peanut butter. It's excellent for energy. You can have a spoonful before a workout, have a spoonful, a tablespoon if you're just hungry, if you just want a snack, and there you go. Peanut butter, baby. So it's funny, you'll pretty much notice that when you go into a grocery store, you stay away from all the middle aisles. You only stay on the outskirts. So it's just like the vegetables and then the meats, pretty much on either side there. So you're gonna start on one, and go right to the next, and you're pretty much done. So you just avoid all that. Just pretty much predominantly a whole store. Yeah, that's a no-no. No-no zone. Those are looking pretty juicy, pretty big. T-bone. Bone in, usually garners a little bit more flavor. A little bit of the fat. I think these are pretty good. Steak, again, steak, chicken. We're gonna get some ground beef too for the bell peppers. And probably some chicken. We're gonna butterfly some chicken and stuff with a little bit of feta cheese and some sun-dried tomatoes, stuff like that. So again, having those recipes in mind before you go to the store, so you kind of have an idea of what you want to cook and to make your meals throughout the week. It's very, very smart. Because if you kind of just try to wing it, sometimes it's hard, especially if you just want a snack, then you don't have anything available, and then, well, you might want to cheat, you know, you might want to get some of the carbs real fast, and like in a bag, like chips. But we don't want to do that. We want to stay strong, we want to stay buff. Yeah. One thing about food, one thing about being on a restricted kind of diet like keto is that you're gonna want something quick and easy, a lot of times prepackaged. If you're hungry, you just want something on the go, and usually you're gonna grab something like jerky. Hey, this is just meat, this is just protein, but the problem is you're gonna add a lot of sugar. 7 grams of sugar per serving, and this is just some random one I took up. This is just old-fashioned regular beef jerky. You go into kind of like either any kind of flavoring, let's say teriyaki, the sugar even goes up higher. So you really do have to be conscious of what you're grabbing, especially prepackaged things. The sugar could be higher than you would think normally, especially just for something that's just meat. But that's why we're gonna stay away from jerky like this, prepackaged stuff. That's why we got all real fresh meat, so we can cook it ourselves and we can put into, you know, flavor it however we want and be very specific to what we want to do with it and how it tastes. Yes, it takes more time, but that's gonna make it worth it. It's better for your body. It's gonna take more time, but in the long run, it's more beneficial. So I think we have everything we need. As you can see, it's all in here and it's ready to go. So let's buy this, let's get going, start cooking, and start eating. Yeah. This is for Tommy. Hudson's son, not us. There we go. Done with the keto shopping spree.
Hope you enjoyed it. Try to keep it pretty simple. As you can see, I'm Brandon's cameraman and driver.
I got the VIP experience here in Oregon. Hell yeah.
It's a little bit like Driving Miss Daisy. It's a sequel, Driving Buff Brandon.
Yeah, there we go. I'm just as grumpy.
I said turn left.
We cut out all those parts on the video, though. We only get the good side of Brandon.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
We're brothers. We've got to look out for each other.
Exactly. But we have a truck full of food now, and we're going to be cooking it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of simple, I guess, eating habit that that keto is. I guess it should be, what am I even saying? Diet, eating habit,
The essentials.
Yeah, basically.
You know, what to grab. But then again, of course, there's probably some we may have left out. So let us know in the comments your favorite keto foods that we didn't mention. And look for those recipes on the channel soon. Keto pizza, stuffed bell peppers. Hell yeah. Now I'm going to go back to watching the road because don't want any accidents, you know?
It's dangerous out there.
Oh, yeah. Especially with us at the wheel.
We were YouTubing. Sorry, cop.